Namaste. Welcome, beautiful souls. Hi, everybody. Happy Friday, August 26, 2022. Wow, 20 years slip there. Today is going to be really fun. I have a lot of books and decks on my table, and it has been a long time. So in May of this year, Candy, Soul to Soil, did a video of her Curio cabinet of tarot decks, oracle decks. And I had so much fun going through the hashtag on YouTube. And do you know, there are, actually, I need to open up YouTube. It's not open yet. I thought today I would start by acknowledging all the tarot tubers who have participated. Oh, I need to make a new tab. Just 1 second here. Bear with me. Not new tab, new window, because I need to look at this separately. Who have participated and joined in Candy's tag. Candy, you must feel so much love. And I'm not sure if this is the tag that has had the most response ever, but it is certainly close. There are more than 50 people that have responded to this tag. And I just thought I would take a moment to say their names and say hello to all of them. So I'm just going to read the list that is down below. Some of these channels I have watched before many times, and others are new friends in TarotTube. So this is a shout out to all of the tarot tubers who joined in Candy's fun. And they are Rochelle, Amethyst Ascension, Nat, Angel, Thana, the Shamanic Witch, Antoinette, Intuitive Tarot and Jewelry, Laura at Aquamarine 18, Donna, who is a student of mine, Artists and Oracles, Beneficial Ben, Boho Tarot Don Michelle, The Bone Whisperer Hex. Some of these channels are also in French, and it was really fun to listen and to watch this tag going on in French. So that was fun. And then we have Card Voyage into Your Soul. That's Jenny. Jana Ki Cartomancy Tarot. Catu Tarot. That's another French channel. Claire de la Lune. That's Claire. Cosmic Creepers Tube. Some of these people I didn't quite catch their names, so I didn't put it in the list below. And then there's Krista. Krista, I don't know if I spelled your name right. Crochet Witch Tarot. The Curated Shelf, which is Nydia B. Danny Mystic. Emma the Gray. Christy, the Green-Eyed Tarot. Simon of Hermit's Cave. Meg Honeyrose Ritual. Blue Sapphire is Isabel. This must be the longest tarot tuber's name. This one is Journal d'une femme moderne et spirituelle, Steph. So hello to Steph. Never met you before. Julie Thorpe, who called herself Jay. Les Curiosités de Cécile. A Life Full of Simplicity, which is Priscilla. Lily Rose, Lisa Pepez, Lennon Smith, Stephanie Lumeria Star, Marlene Teresa, Renee of Metal Art Mystic, Mina's Bookshelf, Old Soul Mermaid Bonnie, Wasima. I've been following Wasima for some time. Wasima Magic, Nancy of Paper Moon Tarot, Julie Peekaboo Rose, Angie Piles of Things, Annette Project Refined Life, BB Pure Red Velvet, another Laura, Queen of Swords, Ruby Retrograde Tarot and Tay, Natalie Sanskrit Blue. Hello, Natalie, if you're watching this playback. Lucy Seaside Tarot. And this was a great one. Loved the personality. Did not catch the name of Semplacement SE. Sorsha, Soaring Craft, Soul Dreamer Angela, ST Sid, and Sarah of Sunset Bow Tarot, Kasha. Watch lots of her videos. Love Kasha's videos. Tarot Map. Ree of the Tarot Tree, Tarot with Ruby, Toe Tarot Alley, Una Autumn, Velvet Forest Moon Cheyenne, Nanvit, the Wandering Star, Marine, the Ways of Your Soul, and Sandra of the Whispering Well. And I have a feeling that these are only just a few of the people who have done this tag. So it's really incredible. It's been so much fun. And the whole idea of opening up everybody's curiosity, a lot of these people opening up their curiosity cabinet has just been so much fun. Sorry, I got distracted by Lydianne's comment here. Lydianne says, a lot of channels and famous people. What's happened? Sorry. Oh, no, I'm just sharing with you, Lydianne, all the people who have partaken in this particular tag from Top 10 Curiosity Decks. So that's what I'm here to share with you today. And Lydianne, congratulations to you on your 1 year in this community. That's just beautiful. Hello to Mira and Sharon. Saskia, hello. Welcome to Dee and Donna. Namaste, everybody. And Jen, oh my goodness, Jen, it has been forever. So thank you so much for joining me today. Amber, hello and welcome to you. Yes, Sharon, I did. I saw your tag and you are in the list below, I hope. And I'm sorry if I missed somebody, I spelled your name wrong, I said your name wrong, I do apologize. Where are we at? There's Donna. Donna was one of the ones who's already done this video. And hello, Tarot Destiny. Is this Antoinette? I have so many pages open. Please remind me. Maria Luisa, hello, welcome to you. Lovely to have you here today. Welcome back from vacation, Mira. Janice, yes, I do have it written down, but I don't have my list open. So now I will implant that. So welcome, Janice. All right, so let's begin. Let's get right into this. Of course, I have way more than 10 decks on my table. I will try to keep up with the chat. I believe you do. I believe you do. You lose, you go back, I believe you go back to 0, but I'm not sure. I know Andy, I see Andy up at the top here, just renewed, and it says that she's a new member, but Andy was a member for quite a while, and then she renewed her membership. So yeah, unfortunately, that's what happens. Okay, so let's just start right off the bat. So Patrick Valenza, I really believe that his decks do belong in a curiosity cabinet, a museum. These are such, they're so provocative. And this particular book, which is the coffee table book for the Deviant Moon Tarot, goes into Patrick's backstory and his art as a child. And without a doubt, so I don't have the Mildred Payne Pocket Oracle. I have the Deviant Moon Tarot, and I also have his version of the Tarot de Marseille, a couple of different versions of it. And these decks, I think, really are deserving of a major shelf in a curiosity cabinet. And I have to say that his decks are full of, you get really beautiful readings with his decks, and they can go to some amazing places. And I think if you are an intuitive reader and you're able to, I just saw something in this card that I have never seen before. And this is because I'm looking at it on the screen. This is bizarre. Okay, do you see this? It's like on the back, there is a face. This is the nose. And there's the mouth. And there's the chin. I have never seen this before. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, that's really cool. There are a lot of really powerful cards in this deck, and I think it's not by any means a weird deck. It is a powerful healing deck. I love his use of symbols, and I can just imagine, you know how heavy this scythe would be? The strength it would take for this woman to pick up this scythe and knock down those wands. It's incredible. And I don't know, just there's a lot of, this is a very particular deck that I think if you are open to working with some really if you're open to working with your challenges, this is an amazing, amazing deck to work with. So I think top of anybody's tarot curio cabinet has a place for Patrick Valenza. Now, I did not. So all of those 50 plus people that I mentioned down below, and I just rattled off their names, I watched a portion. Some of you, I watched all of your video. And because I wanted to just include you all today and mention you all today, I did not comment on many of your videos. So I want to apologize for that, but I really, really enjoyed them. I handle books like a teacher. That's because I am a teacher. That's because I am. Okay, now one of the things I did today was I also pulled up some PDF guidebooks, and hopefully I can do some screen sharing. This is a new deck in my collection, and I want to say it has the word curious right in the title. So of course I am going to include this deck in my curio cabinet. This is Le Tarot au Ramour Étrange. And this was gifted to me by a viewer, and I am, what can I say, fascinated with this deck. I was so happy to read it right off the bat. Aloha, Jonathan, welcome. I think that the creator of this deck, Ruo, perhaps that is their name, has really tapped into something quite remarkable here. I don't know if you're going to see this as Norse energy. We all might pick up something a little bit different, but the use of the facelessness and the eyes is really something. The shifting. Oh, and I don't know. To me, this deck is getting curiouser and curiouser the more I go into it and the more I work with it. This is a card that I resonated with right off the bat. I love the lit up antlers. The lit up antlers in the Chariot card. So yeah, so this is one that I will continue to be working with and uncovering its mystery. And here is the thought-provoking 10 of Swords. The guidebook is in French, and I've read a couple of pages of the guidebook, but it's absolutely not necessary to read the guidebook. Yeah, it's funny, you know, I also made a list of some of the I made a list of all of the ones that I watched, the videos that I watched, the ones that you put in your curio cabinet. And some of them I completely disagree with. And so it's hilarious. This is totally personal, the way that we interpret all of this. They're also quite new to my collection is the Red Seeds Tarot. And we have been working with the Red Seeds Tarot in my Facebook group. If you're interested, the link to the Facebook group is below in the description box. Please join us. I try to go live every Wednesday night in the Facebook group. The Red Seeds Tarot is the journey of the initiation of the into the mysteries of the Persephone and Demeter story. And at the full moon in September, which is coming up soon, this is when this ceremony took place. And this particular tarot deck, while there is a little bit of RWS crossover, is based on those mysteries and that particular initiation and the myth of Persephone. And I've been using this in conjunction with Red Seeds Oracle, and it's reading beautifully. And I'm absolutely, what has this done? This has taken me deeper and deeper into study of the gods, the goddesses, Greek gods and goddesses. But also, I love looking at tarot through a different lens. And so it's been great. It really has. Hello to Antoinette. Tony, welcome. Okay. Yeah, so this I think really belongs in the curiosity cabinet. Oh my goodness, we just had a glitch. I hope the internet will cooperate here today. Okay. And of course, I forgot to unplug the landline, but that will soon come to an end. Let's talk a little bit about this beauty. John Matthews, Will Kingham is the artist. And those of you that know me know that I am fascinated with, love working with tarot of the She. And when I heard of Moon Oracle of the She, I'm going to try to get the PDF guidebook up on my screen as well too. This took my meditations of the She glyph to a whole new level. And for those of you that don't know the story of Tarot of the She, it was created by Emily Carding. I don't think it's on my table right now. And Emily created this deck as her project in a class with John Matthews. And in the major arcana of Tarot of the She, you see the glyph of the She. And this is an important focal point of each of the cards. Hello there, Gerald. Welcome. Lurky Gerald. So this really caught my eye because I really do believe in. So in my bedroom, I have a couple of different mandalas. I have the She glyph. And there is this theory that even just having the presence of a powerful magical symbol around, it will begin to transform and shift your energy and your life. I'm going to try and just see what happens here. Share screen. Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay. Please, 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 please. No. Sorry, it's been a while since I've done this. Hopefully this will work. Okay. Window. Okay, let's go here and here. All right, there we go. Share. No, it's not going to let me do it because I am going to have to, it wants me to restart. I will have to set this up later. Oh, that's too bad because I've put a bunch of PDFs up on my screen. Hello to Candy. Welcome. So anyway, this is a major curiosity to me, and I have been working with the She Yantra for some time. And when I started working with this, I need to go back and focus on this energy. And look at this one. Isn't this incredible? If you like path working, or you need a focus for your meditation, these are just amazing cards. And it comes with a PDF guidebook to give you more information about the background of each of these cards. So for example, let's go to, I'll just go to one. Come on. If I can get there. It tells you all about his journey too. It's so beautiful. I love the story of this. So card number 1, I wonder if that's on the table. Card number 1. This one. Okay, so this card here, card number 1. It says, here's the prompt. Will you follow the path of the moon? 2 ways it offers. One shall lead to victory, the other to silence. Above you, the stars shine between the branches of the sacred trees. Do you hear their singing? The song threads its way through all the worlds, ours as well as yours. Listen for it. Will you follow the path? And so for each of these cards, there is this beautiful prompt into reflection, deep reflection. Yeah. So great, great, great deck. Now, would I put Tarot of the She on in my curio cabinet? No, I wouldn't, because I use it so much. I use it frequently. I don't find it curious in any way, and that's because I have become so very, very familiar with it. Yeah. Okay, so there's one. I had these sort of in an order and a theme I was going to follow through, but I can tell this is going to be a little bit of a chaotic show and tell. All right. There is, so Rick, I have never interviewed Rick, and I really wanted to interview him. I have a million questions. I know Jonathan has interviewed him. Rick is I want to say the given name of the creator of the 5-cent tarot, the 2-penny oracle. He has a Lenormand. There's other decks as well too. And there is something truly curious about the brain, the mind behind the artwork in these decks. I think it would take a lot more. It would take a long, long time to dive into this artwork in such a way that you really were aware of everything that was going on. Now, I know a lot of people chose some collage decks for the curious. I don't have a lot of collage decks in my collection, and I know the Voyager Tarot is one that a lot of people put up. And there is drive-by cards. There's a deck that's been in my inbox. I can't think of the name. A few of you really like this deck. I've thought about purchase. It's the Ashera. Maybe you. I can't. Anyway, that one really has my attention. But this is a different kind of a collage deck. This is it's a very it piques my intellect. So this is a super curious deck. I think this falls into the same category as Alice in Wonderland. And this is why I love also Dame Darcy's Queen Alice Tarot. I have the Bubble Studios Alice Tarot, and the rabbit holes. I love, love, love the rabbit holes. And I can't say enough about the Oracle. The Oracle is, if you love language and you love words, the 2-penny Oracle it's for people who love editing. And you know those people who put posts on Facebook about correcting people's grammar and things like that? If you love polysyllabic words, it's a fantastic, fantastic Oracle. So yeah. Candy, you must feel so much love. I put over 50 people in the description box below who have loved you, mentioned you, tagged you. This was just such a great idea. So thanks to you, everybody has joined in and had so much fun with this. Yeah. And Candy, you really are a beautiful soul. This is, and I hope I've got the right bag. Oh my goodness. Yes. This is my Oracle of Oddities collection. I've taken out the duplicate cards I believe I edged this one. Now, I much prefer Oracle of Oddities to the Tarot of Anatomy, but this is definitely something that goes in the Curio cabinet with all the mushrooms and bugs and body parts and bones and things. And some of these cards I have, this deck is really cool because it has a lot of pairs as well too, which is really fun. I'm loving your comments here. George Gerald says the 2-penny oracle increased my vocabulary. Yeah. Ooh, okay, this I want to go back. So this is what I was talking about with the, so Rick, Madame Clara, said that he based the 5 cent off Victorian posters used for advertising. Okay. Yeah, and if you want, make sure you go to Jonathan's channel and you can see the interview that he did with Rick. Okay, so the this is Claire Black and the Moon, Claire Goodchild, and Oracle of Oddities came out in 3 small packs. It is out of print, but it really is fun, and I love to nerd out on anatomy when I'm teaching, when I'm doing yoga teacher training, things like that. It's just so much fun because there's actually quite a lot of crossover with yoga medicine and things like that. So it's really fun. Yeah. So that's definitely on the Curio cabinet. Now, the very, very, very best box, I think, and somebody could do a video on this tag as well too, that was ever created. And this belongs as a, I think, as a collector's item in a Curio cabinet, is the box. The deck is amazing as well too, for the Threadband Oracle. The creator is Cedar McLeod, creator of the, I'm going to draw a blank here, creator of this tarot. Sorry, I'm drawing a blank. This amazing tarot deck. And they set this particular oracle in the library. And it is the suits. It is an oracle deck that is arranged in suits. And I don't know, it's just, so for example, we have here, like here is the 6 of ink. Suit of paper. This is a really cool metaphor. So this card, so this is the train. I love decks that deal in these fantasy metaphors. Fantasy. There's the 7 of thread. It's a really incredible deck, and what it does is it anthropomorphizes the book, right? So it really, really is a lovely, curious creation, and I think Cedar did something truly, truly profound here. 6 of thread is Stitch. So there is also a novel. There's a novel that goes with this particular deck, and so you can read the novel to deepen your understanding of the deck. As well, there is a PDF guidebook that goes with it. So it was very, very thoroughly presented. Numinous. Yes. The Numinous. You know what? Of all of my tarot decks that are inclusive, that I would call and fit into the category of diversity, I think the Numinous is my favorite deck. Okay. Now, I saw some time ago, when the second edition of the Tilde Tarot was coming out, I watched a really old video that, I'm sorry, I haven't linked it. The tarot tuber was talking about the creation of the Tilde Tarot. And they started talking about this movie called Last Year in Marienbad, and how last year at Marienbad really felt like a walk through the Tilde Tarot. And you know what? I still haven't watched it. I've watched clips of Last Year in Marienbad on YouTube, but I haven't actually watched the whole movie. And I don't know. I think this came out of Korea. I don't know if it's. I shouldn't even show it. I couldn't find an original version of the movie. But you know what? This deck reminds me of a good ghost story. It reminds me of when I was a child, we had family friends that had a really old home in Vancouver, British Columbia. And it was one of those homes where you would go into a closet, and there would be like a room in a closet, and there was places to hide. It was the best house for hide and seek because there were secret doors and passageways everywhere through the house. And that's what I feel when I'm working with the Tilde Tarot, is like I'm going through all these secret doors and passageways, and it's so much. I don't know. I feel like a little kid, actually. I feel like a little kid exploring, maybe going somewhere I'm not supposed to go. Like I've gone to, in Beauty and the Beast, when she's told not to go to the West Wing and she goes to the West Wing. Well, I feel like I'm just sneaking around different places in this amazing home. And yeah, this is a deck that I will eventually do a public deep dive of. It's very, very curious. And if I were to arrange a curio cabinet, it would be fun to put some of that, like some trinkets around the deck, a little statuette, or I don't know. And I love the gardens. So this deck is inside, it's outside. You look into the house from the outside. You look from inside the house to the outside. So it has lots and lots of fun perspectives. Yeah. Okay. I decided I didn't pull out a lot of oracles because I would be going way over 10. And I think this is a very unique deck that is deserving of status in the Curio cabinet. I don't read tea leaves, and the reason that I purchased this deck, so these are the tea leaf cards, was to start to memorize the symbols. The owner of it's called the Oracle, the store where I read once a week, has created a teacup with it's like a little cheat sheet inside the teacup. And these are all symbols that you do with tea leaf readings. And so this is, I would almost be willing, if I were to take a break, to put tarot on the shelf and then to spend some time learning how to read tea leaves, because I think it would be fun. So, like the cup is divided into layers. Like if the leaf is near the top of the cup, it's very different than if the leaf is near the bottom. And then there's also directions. It's quite complicated, but it's also very intuitive. So I'll just show you a couple other things. This deck is so all the red cards are the tea leaf symbols. There's a lot of them. And then there's purple cards, which are months of the year, and then astral house. So there's a few different kinds of cards that come in this little kit. It's kind of fun. And I can see that I'm not the only one, right? I'm not the only one who's interested in this. What's Candy saying here? The PST Live Circle deck that was hard to get in the UK. Okay. And yes, oh, if you're interested in circle decks, Candy also did a video on circular decks. So in the tea leaf, so this is really good. Let me just show you one page from this book, if I can. Maybe not. Anyway, it's going to be an adventure when I ever get to it. This is a US Games publication, by the way. Okay. Now, where should we go? I have three decks that fall into the same sort of category. This box is very well loved. This is the Arcana playing cards and the Maybe Lenormand and the Playing Marseille. So Playing Marseille and Maybe Lenormand are both same creator, Ryan Edward. And this is Dead on Paper. And what is fun and curious about these particular decks is, I know I've shared this before. I love playing cards with my family, and when my family gets together, oh gosh, I love this word too. Tassiomancy. It is a fantastic word. When my family gets together and we play cards, I have a few different decks that do this. And so this, oh, sorry, let me change this over. My bad. So in this set of playing cards, we have the 52 playing cards. The court cards are beautiful, right? So we have that, but we also have a set of majors that you can throw into the mix. And so in 52 cards, right, we have jacks, but there also are knights in this deck. There's a king. And so what is really fun to do to mess up your friends and family, if they, like you're taking a break, right? Or you're having a beer or something. So there's a page. Okay, so the pages are added because the jacks are the knights. Is to do a reading like in between playing cards. And so when I'm traveling and when I'm spending time with family, I usually always have this deck. This one's my favorite. Or I use Maybe Lenormand, and Playing Marseille is newer to my collection. I'll show you those cards in a second. I can see somebody's tagged me and I'm rambling away here. Just a second. Maybe not. I thought I saw it was tagged. Okay. If you tag me, let me know. Oh, Antoinette said, do you think your family loves to play cards because of your fabulous collections? Oh, no, we just like playing cards. We love playing cards. And everybody's pretty good. Everybody's pretty clever. Okay. If you haven't seen this one is really, it's good. And if you've seen, you'll recognize the art style, right? It's the same art style as maybe Lenormand. So you have all of the playing cards, right? So, and then you have, so there's your queens. I really like this art. There's your queens. And then your kings. And then your jacks and your knights, they don't have a title on them, right? So you can use these decks for playing cards by taking out a few, or you can use them for a tarot reading, which is really, really fun. Jonathan, I if you go to my playlists, I have a playlist of tarot tags, and that might help. And then you could just make a list of them. Okay. And those are definitely not all of the tarot tags that have been done, but I tried to organize and collect all of those videos and put them into one playlist if anyone else is interested. For those of you that are interested in the history of tarot and older decks, this is a deck that I purchased after watching Kelly Fitzgerald's channel, this Mamluk deck. And this is, I believe, an older Turkish version of cartomancy, of tarot, actually. And these cards are beautiful. They're beautiful. They're very big. Well, you can tell because I haven't adjusted my camera. And so you can see the different suits. Also hieroglyphs, right? So you have to learn to read. This, right? So this really does belong in a curio cabinet. And I wanted to show you this. So it comes with this cheat sheet as you, right, get to know the deck. So I have not started working with this, but it is really, really beautiful. Oh, it's China. Sorry, it's not Turkey. It's China. The link between China and Europe. Mamluk cards are commonly accepted to be the link between earlier cards from Asia and the development of playing cards in Europe. They are named after the origin in the Mamluk Sultanate in Egypt, 1250 to 1517. Then it talks about the Chinese roots, and it tells you a little bit about the history of this playing card system. So I quite literally purchased this deck for my curio cabinet. So yeah. Okay. What is going on here in the chat? What are you talking about? Okay, I need to go back. Hello, Michelle. Welcome. Joseph, always scared to watch Sadhana's videos because she has the best decks and I buy them. Please. You know, I feel like I should be like Gerald, holding up my little sign. Please shop responsibly. Please buy responsibly. Donna, a bunch of addicts. I've lost the box lid. Okay. All right. I'm not quite following a conversation, but I'm just going to carry on. Shall I do that? I think I'll do that. Okay, let's have a sip of coffee because I'm not wired up enough. And I just spilled it down my front. Great. Okay. Good thing I'm going out for lunch after this. I'll have to change. Next. All right, so I'm going to put this out here so you know what deck is coming up next. There is nothing quite like. So now we're going back to Emily Carding. Emily Carding, creator of Tarot of the She, inspired by John Matthews and the course that he created, the She course, is the creator of the Transparent Tarot. The Transparent Tarot comes with an amazing guidebook, but this is a deck for those of you who love to read intuitively. If you love the layers of tarot, and for those of you that have worked with me, know how much I love weaving together the layers of tarot. And there is no other deck that does this like this one. Because it gives you, and I know Cash has shared this one, a few of you shared this one. this is just, for me, this is one of the best ways to do a 3-card reading. I would strongly recommend this book, this deck to anyone who loves to read intuitively. It's just, it's an absolute no-brainer. And I don't think you, I don't think you even really need to know tarot. This is, I think the strength of this deck is in its layers. And as long as you are able to ask a question, you know what this deck reminds me of that I didn't pull out today is the Philarkos Tarot. And the reason it reminds me of the Philarkos Tarot is because, so in the Philarkos Tarot, you have a lot, in the minor arcana, you have a lot of images on images and stories within stories that are based in the creator's dreams. And it's really, really quite uncanny how these pictures all fit together. It really is. Okay, I'm way behind in the chat. Oh, and she's just, okay, so Antoinette shares that she's released another book. Yes, and there is another deck, so there is a transparent oracle as well too. If you work as a psychologist, or this would be an amazing deck to have on your coffee table. Yeah. So, are we good? All right. So that's that. Let's put those back in the bag. Emily Carding. And okay. So Emily Carding was interviewed on Gerald's channel. So Gerald Tarot Stash, if you would like to meet Emily, go to Gerald's channel. Today is a day about shouting out to all of you amazing people, amazing deck creators. All right. Now, I have two decks that kind of fall into the next category. This is another playing card deck. Again, thank you, Kelly Fitzgerald. This is the Franken Deck. So this is a 52 card playing deck that is available most of the time. And it has 52 different backs on it. And I have purchased this and gifted this to lots of people. It's called the Franken Deck. And nobody ever gets the same one. So if I turn over it's actually really fun to play a game of cards with this deck. It really messes people up. There's no major arcana in here. So a lot of the cards look like regular playing cards, but then, there's your 2 of hearts. Right, so some of them will be familiar. And then from the Coca-Cola deck, there's the King of Clubs. And of course, you could do this yourself if you have a bazillion playing cards, if they're all the same size. This is a really pretty deck. So this is, I have to say, this is one of my favorite stocking stuffers to give to people who I know play cards. So I think the Franken Deck was a great idea. Oh, look at that card back. Isn't that fun? However, I have to say that now that I have purchased from this company, I'm going to say it's called Playing Cards. I would maybe later in the weekend, I will put all the decks below, but I can't really because I don't want to delete all of your lovely names that are down below. You can only put so much down below. Isn't that funny? You can only put so much down below. That's hilarious. Okay, I'll tell you who the printer is. Who is the printer? The publisher. Just Google Franken Deck. You will find it. You will find it. All right. Same category is the Alleyman's Tarot, which, of course, this is what Gerald's already there. So this was a Kickstarter early this year, maybe last year. And so with the Alleyman's Tarot, you get this enormous collection of cards. Enormous collection. And I still haven't opened all the extra cards yet. Some of them are still in packs. So like this is an extra pack that I haven't even opened. And I have yet to go through and pick my favorite cards because there's way more than 78 cards here. Maybe that'll be a fun thing to do tonight, actually, is to go through and pick my favorite cards. And so some of them will be familiar. This Five of Pentacles actually looks like it came from that other card back that I just showed you. Yeah, so there is more than one option for many of these cards. That's a pretty cool world card. Yeah, so I haven't started working. I haven't worked with this. I haven't tried to do a reading with it. It was just too fun to not back this Kickstarter. And I also had another motivation for this Curious deck, and that was there are some really cool cards here. Like I wanted to source some of these decks. For example, this deck. And in the guidebook, we know who the creator is. So everybody has been credited, right? So if you were looking for this deck, you could find the creator. And then some of them are familiar, but not too many. I have to say there's probably only 5 decks in total that I have. So I do have the Marigold Tarot, but not many of them are familiar at all. I know I have seen this deck on some of your channels. That's going to be the Sforza. I'm drawing that. Yeah, so it's just so much fun. So this feels like a couple glasses of wine, maybe a whole bottle of wine, and sitting down and sorting these decks, because this is up there as far as major Curious goes. The guidebook is amazing. The guidebook is a spiral bound, very thorough. There is a page on every card, every extra card. This is gorgeous cardstock, right? And you can see there's some shiny ones in here too. Yeah, really fun. Okay, so I know I'm over 10, right? I'm way past 10. I know I'm over 10, but I have a couple more just for fun, right? Just for fun. Does anybody know the real name of the creator of the Yonasa Yaus decks? Anybody? Her name is not Yonasa Yaus. I know I have had emails from somebody else. I really want to know. I think this is a very curious deck, and I have worked with it from time to time. It's called the Stunning Tarot. I know it comes in a couple of different versions, and so their background is Jodorowsky. She studied Jodorowsky's work, and the Yonasa Yaus Tarot is based on Jodorowsky's Tarot de Marseille. And I wish I could show you the PDF. The PDF for this deck is The PDF for this deck is fantastic. It has this card, and then it has a Tarot de Marseille card, and then it has the Egyptian, depending on the suit. It either has an Egyptian influence or maybe a Greek influence or some kind of other worldly influence. So there's a whole suit of Egyptian cards. All the pentacles are Egyptian themed. My favorite suit is the purple suit, which is suit of wands. And what deck in the world has a purple wands suit? I mean, that's just, it's so funny. You guys, some of you are so comfortable swearing on TarotTube, and I truly, it's just not in my nature. But I'm going to say it's just fucking weird. Purple for the suit of wands, but it's so fun. And then here we have, you know, Aladdin on the magic carpet is the Warrior of Cups. This is a truly curious deck. The PDF, if it costs money, is well worth it. Don't cheap out on getting the PDF. It's really fun. And the suit of wands is really, really witchy. And look at this. I love this. This Ace of Wands. Like, how powerful is that? Can you feel that energy? Right? Purple for passion. Purple for me is, yes, it's a card. It's passion. Purple is also blue plus red. So that doesn't work for wands at all. Purple is higher frequency. Wands is pretty raw, you know, pretty raw. But anyway, Sharon says, I got the stunning after. Yeah, it's really something. And I quite like this deck. I need to read the whole guidebook. It does have some really bizarre cards as well too, and I guess that's why it's in the Curious collection. The Curious collection, right? Look at this Wheel of Fortune. Like, it is bizarre. Bizarre. Love that movie. Yes, I think you're right. And I think it's something like Rebecca or something, you know, it's a very normal name. And I wasn't sure if that was somebody that was helping her, or it was actually her. But Yonasios has such a lovely ring to it. All right, I have one more. So on that Egyptian theme. This is the stunning tarot, Gerald. Oh, okay. So this, sorry, let's go back to here. This is the movie that I was talking about at the very beginning that was mentioned when, so in the first, before the first iteration of the Tilde Tarot came out, I'm trying to see where I put it. Somebody who knew the creator quite well made a video, posted it on YouTube, and was talking about last year in Marienbad. And so I searched for the video, and I know you can watch it on YouTube or you can watch bits and pieces of it. But I'm just so intrigued. So I bought that version from Korea. Okay. Okay. Oh, yes, Donna. So the last version of the Stunning Tarot it was all green. So that has a different sort of vibe, of course. I have one more deck to share with you. And this is in that Egyptian theme. And you know what? This is one of those decks where I wonder why in the world I bought the version with the hieroglyphs. You know, it's kind of a silly move. This is the Rosetta Tarot, which is an absolutely stunning tarot. M.M. Moline writes amazing, amazing guidebooks. And I suppose when I do my Thoth deep dive, I will include this deck and spend some time getting to know the hieroglyphs. But this deck is also available with English subtitles. It's not funny, subtitles, English subtitles. You don't have to get it with hieroglyphs. And I don't know what current version of this deck is available. But it is a stunning deck. And I think one of the reasons that this deck, besides the hieroglyphs, fits into, look at that, the artwork is just gorgeous, into a curio cabinet is because of M.M. Moline's extensive wisdom. The stuff that they, I'm going to say they, I don't know what the right pronoun, include in the guidebook is so helpful and so thorough. I have to say, this is a shitty publication. My book is all falling apart. Look, useful astrology as opposed to useless astrology. Yes, I know some people like Tabula Mundi better. But there is a lot of great wisdom. And I find her books, is it her? I don't know. Their books so much easier to digest than any of the Crowley books. And when I get to doing my my sharing, my Thoth deep dive sharing, I will definitely be referencing the books. I have also the Tabula Mundi, and I have the book that goes with the Tabula Mundi as well too. Yeah, these are the backs. These are the backs of the Rosetta. Super cool. So that's what I pulled out. That's what I pulled out for you today. And I have so many, many, many more. And I think one of the things I love about tarot is its curiosity. I love people who, yeah. Anyway, this is fun. Candy, if you're still here, thank you. You're probably fast asleep. What time is it? It's 1:04. Almost time for bed where you are. Thank you for inspiring me to rewatch the film with the deck in hand. Yes. Yes, I think I would like to do that as well too. Yeah. All right. Donna, please do part 2. Really? Please do part 2. I think, Gerald, I haven't decided how I want to do this, because I want to incorporate decks like Vision Quest and the Urban Tarot, and somehow, because yeah, I haven't figured out my system the way that I want to do it. So yeah. Okay. Yes, I could add more oracles and do a part 2. Yeah. Just made my day big. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Jen. I miss you. I really do. I miss you. It's been ages. So thanks for hanging out with us. And thanks to everybody who is here. And thanks to all you beautiful people who are mentioned down below. Candy, what is such an inspiration and such a sweet soul. And so no wonder so many people have responded to her. Okay, take good care, everybody. Have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you next week. Namaste.